Alright, welcome back to the Adventures of Tashaho. So last we left off, finished the quest achievement for Ashenvale. I'm currently working on Northern Barrens. We also did an RP run through Shadowfang Keep. Today, I believe I'm just gonna, hold on, wait. Calling our RPers. Donfuria Court is hosting a summit meeting at 9 Standard Time in Farstrider Square. SMSC to discuss the impact of the Shattering Deathwing's research on the world. Join us as we discuss. Okay, so about an hour. I'm gonna do a roleplay event. Okay, that is good to know. Okay, so I think I want to focus on that for today and see how that goes. And while in the meantime, I want to go ahead and turn in this quest and go continue to do Baron's stuff. Saru Steelfury.
Sug.
What is it you seek at my forge? Is it training? Do you perhaps seek the secrets of steel? The mysteries of the forge? Speak up, Grunt.
Dabu.
Did you bring the materials I'll need for your weapon?
Go with honor.
You must be Tashaho. Cartridge said that you were venturing to Shadowfang Keep to find materials needed for this weapon, and I see that you have not disappointed. I will make you a mighty weapon worthy of what you have brought. It's okay, so not really great. Why is it? Feels like
Strength.
that should be great to have, but apparently this is better. I think it's because that has hit rating. Sigh. What does this look like anyway? Ooh, that is a nice axe. Okay. Okay, well, let's just head on over to the crossroads and continue questing. And then I believe I'm going to come back here for that RP event. Seems like it'll be fun. Just sell his axe real quick.
I ain't got it. You don't want it. If you ever need any...
What are you looking for? Go for.
Okay, let me see. So it is in Farstrider Square. Where is the building? Not sure where that is. Yeah. Take a look real quick while just flying to the crossroads. Oh wow, that is in the Blood Oath territory. Great, I'm gonna have to... You know, I'm actually somewhat tempted to hearth back, head over there, just do the beginning quest and whatnot while we're there. Yeah, I'll do it for... I'll just do quest until about 45. And then we'll just make our way over there. More. Kind of conflicted though. Cause I do want to get there maybe a little bit early. You know what? I don't want to miss this opportunity. So yeah, that was a waste of copper. But we'll go ahead, head back, and I want to do that RP event. And then what is it? Okay. SMC to discuss the impact of the shattering definitely research. Okay. Oh. Hurry up. We can do it. No, I was so close. Oh well. Alright, well, since I'm waiting for that to go back, I wanted to activate my secondary, which I am going restoration. There, let's see. I don't know. The duration of the totems isn't really an issue? How long is this? Like 5 minutes? Okay, so it lasts a little bit longer than that. But I'm not going to be really casting shock spells. I mean, I could do the damaging, but this build is more for dungeons. Suppose if I technically wanted to do a little bit more healing, this would be better. So I wanted to totems over here. And that's expensive. Sure. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do some questing in here since, man, I'm gonna have to do the master for here anyway, and kind of take it from there. Okay. Toasting. Meeting on Barstriders Square. Where is it? Barstriders Square. Okay. Alright. let's get these early quests out of the way. Alright, just heading to the beginning area, just to triple check there's no quests here, which luckily there's not going to be. But, you know, I eventually want to do the Explorer achievement anyway, so. Okay, alright, yep, just head back and do that quest. Okay. Runner Erlon.
Anu Belore Delana.
If you're heading towards the city, then I have something important for you to do.
Be ready for anything.
It's hard work being an outrunner between Sunstrider Isle and Falcon Wing Square. Tight deadlines, long hours, and worst of all, the wretched. The road south goes through the ruins of Silvermoon. The place is crawling with wretched ready to kill you for a few mana crystals. Unfortunately, that's what's happened to the last outrunner we sent for one of Aaron's packages. I see you're eager to prove yourself. Venture into Dawning Lane and see if you can find any traces of our outrunner.
Shorel Oran.
Slain outrunner. The outrunners belongings have all been stolen with the exception of one package. It seems to match Alaron's description of Aaron's package. You take the package to confirm that it indeed comes from Azeroth Erona. Alaron would probably want you to bring it to her.
Anaria Shola. Death to all who oppose us.
What did you find, Tashaho?
Keep your wits about
By
you.
the Sunwell. That's the third outrunner we've lost this month. I appreciate your courage in venturing into Dawning Street. The guards need to keep a closer eye on the blasted wretched.
We will have justice.
The death of the outrunner is a true tragedy, but it's a risk we all accept when we take the job. As it strikes Erona at the Sunspire needs to get this package to the inn at Falconwind Square, and she needs it there as soon as possible. We're short-handed and don't have anyone else available that can cover for us. I'm not going to lie to you. The path to Falconwind Square can be extremely dangerous if you leave the safety of Dawning Lane. Do you feel you're up to the task, Tashaho?
The reckoning is at hand.
Innkeeper Delanelle.
Choose wisely.
Welcome to Falcon Wing Square. May I prepare a meal for you or ready a room?
Farewell.
Welcome to my inn, Shaman. Am I to understand that you have something for me?
Hold your head
Thank
high.
you. I do appreciate the prompt delivery. While you're here, please make yourself comfortable. If you haven't done so already, feel free to get a hearthstone and bind yourself here. Using a hearthstone will allow you to call to an inn once every half hour. If you ever lose your hearthstone, simply return to any inn, and an innkeeper will gladly get you a new one.
Salama Ashalanore.
Okay. Magister Jarnus.
Victory lies ahead.
The arcane patrollers crafted by our forefathers to protect the city have fallen into a dangerous state of disrepair. They fail to recognize us as their masters and will attack us on sight. Even though they were created many years ago, the arcane cores that power them are still quite useful and valuable to us. I want you to gather those cores and bring them to me so I can put them to good use again. You will find the patrollers in the ruined section of Silvermoon to the northwest.
Hold your head high.
Aladdin Sunbrand.
Anaria Shola.
The wretched are a constant thorn in my side, Tashaho. When they're not being a danger to themselves by tapping unstable arcane sources to satisfy their cravings, they're cooking up half-brained schemes against our respectable society.
Remember the sun well.
A group of wretched recently raided a supply of unstable mana crystals from one of our arcane sanctums. If not handled properly, the crystals would explode with enough force to blow a hole into the city walls. Now, Tashaho, I don't quite care if they blow themselves up while trapping unstable arcane sources, but the whole incident would make my men look bad. Bring me back any remaining stolen crystals you find. They might still be inside their original crates.
Shorelaran.
The city of Silvermoon hereby issues a reward for the head of Thalius the Hungerer, notorious wretched ringleader. He is wanted for repeated crimes against the general populace of Silvermoon City, including the murder of 2 city guards. Report to Sergeant Canren to collect the reward.
State your business.
I don't know if this counts towards that one achievement, but
Be ready
I
for
haven't had
anything.
a cheese before, so let me just have these. Let me see.
The eternal sun guides us. Shorelaran.
It's too far away.
Serve the public trust.
I'm out of range.
What is my... Oh, my water. Nice.
Anaria Shola.
Have you succeeded in gathering the arcane cores yet, Tashaho?
We will have justice.
Well done, Tashaho. With our arcane sanctums now operating at full capacity, these power cores will go a long way in supplementing our needs.
Shorel Aran.
I'm pleased to discover that you're at least somewhat competent, Tashaho. I'll give you another task since you seem so eager to prove yourself. This is a letter to Lay Keeper Canius, the arcanist in charge of the North Sanctum. Go southwest of Falconwind Square and you will find him. He's a very important person, so I hope you don't bother him too much with trivial chatter.
Keep your wits about you.
Sergeant
Anu Belore Delana.
You think I'm being cruel to this worm? They've killed too many of my men this month. We're too kind to this wretched scum.
The reckoning is at
Do
hand.
you have something to show me?
Salama
That
Ashalanore.
scoundrel Tyrannus finally met his fate. Good job, Tashaho. Things should be quiet with the wretched for a while.
We will have justice.
State your business. Keep your wits
Did
about
you retrieve the stolen goods yet?
We will have
Excellent work,
justice.
Tashaho.
Farewell.
Besides the constant threat that the wretched represent, I have to deal with all kinds of fictitious reports of night out sightings. Though most reports are unfounded, one recent incident demands further investigation. The West Sanctum, one of our primary energy sources, has suffered a terrible malfunction and rumors of Darnassian sabotage are rampant. Travel there and deal with anyone that looks suspicious. Report back to Lay Keeper Villanella, who watches over the sanctum.
The reckoning is at hand.
We will persevere. Stay the course.
Lakekeeper Cairness.
The dark times will pass.
Our sanctum siphons arcane power from the leyline currents that traverse our lands invisible to the naked eye. With the sun well gone, they provide us with a steady and reliable source of energy.
Shorel Aran.
Yes, Shaman?
The reckoning
Thank
is
you,
at
Tashaho.
hand.
I've been expecting this letter.
We will have
Since you're
justice.
here, Tashaho, I have a favor to ask you. Laykeeper Villana's apprentice dropped by earlier to ask for assistance. Apparently there's some malfunction happening at the West Sanctum. I've been a bit busy entertaining our most pleasant dwarven guest. See if you can give her a hand. You'll find the West Sanctum southwest of here.
Remember the sun well.
Apprentice, really?
What business have you?
You there, you must help me, please. A fellow apprentice and I were attacked by the wretched. In their mad hunger for magic, they took everything they could get their hands on. Mana crystals, wands, spells books, everything. Melanora gave chase after them. I had to stay behind and look after what they couldn't take. Continue down the road and see if you can lend him a hand.
Time is of the essence.
Apprentice Melanor.
Our enemies will fall.
They're gone now. Scared the brutes out of them with a well-placed fireball. Unfortunately for me, they threw our precious cargo into the river.
Death to all who oppose us.
Those blasted wretched sure can run fast at the sight of someone who stands up to them, but let's not worry about that now. I need to find my instructor at Elemental Grimoire. I'm certain I saw one of those cowards throw it into the river, but I can't seem to be able to locate it. I could use another set of eyes. I'll throw a bit of coin if you spot it.
Farewell.
Here we go.
Anaria Shola.
No luck? We'll keep looking. The book is of utmost importance, Shaman.
Remember the
The book
sun
is
well.
completely soaked. Instructor Anthanol is not going to like that at all. Here, take this money. I have an idea.
Farewell.
Anthanol is going to fly off his rocket when he finds out his book is ruined. I've got a little proposal for you. Don't worry, I'll make it worth your while. Take this book to him and tell him nothing of this incident. If he asks, just tell him you dropped the book into a puddle. He has no direct authority over you, so there's not much he can do. Andorol delivers his lectures at Still Whisper Pond, southeast of Silvermoon. You do this for us, right? I'll reward you handsomely for this favor.
Salama Ashalanore.
Keeper Velena.
The eternal sun guides us.
Could Knight of Servitors be behind this? I doubt it. With the load we've been putting on the West Sanctum, it's only a matter of time until something went wrong.
Time is of the essence.
Look around you. Things aren't exactly in order. We have a severe malfunction at the West Sanctum. Let us do our best to prevent matters from getting worse.
Stay the course.
It's about time that dimwit Charinus sent someone this way. I've warned of the dangers of increasing the load of the West Sanctum. Now, one of our energy conservatives is destroyed and arcane rays are pouring out of the Sanctum. I'm going to need you to take care of these creatures before we send anyone in for repairs. Make haste.
Remember the sun well. Hold your head high. Salama Ashalanore.
Right.
It's too far away.
This documentation contained detailed maps of different strategic buildings in Eversong Wood. A diagram of our arcane sanctum is also sketched in good detail. There seem to be numerous notes in a language you don't recognize. As these were carried by a Donarsian spy, it might be a good idea to bring them to the captain of the guard, Alden Sunbrand.
A new Belore Delanar.
My job consists of one task and one task only, ensuring that the Way Sanctum runs smoothly. You have to excuse my temper, but as you can see, the situation here is a bit out of my hand.
Stay the course.
Thank you, Tashaho. Now that we have race under control, we can send someone in to assess the damage. Hopefully this wasn't anything permanent.
Farewell. Time is of the
Night Elf,
essence.
here, those rats. Do you suppose that has anything to do with the malfunction in my sanctum? If you have any information, you better take it to the Captain Sunbrand at once.
Remember the sun well.
Our enemies will fall. Keep your wits about you.
You've got something for me? Let me take a look.
Farewell.
Are you sure you found these on the Night Elf? They are clearly written in Dwarven. From what I can understand of this letter, whoever wrote this did not cause the malfunction, but rather was sent here as a spy to observe the results of it. They call our endeavors reckless and dangerous. But who? Of course, that envoy from Ironforge. We were fools to trust anyone belonging to the Alliance.
Keep your wits about you.
Listen, Tashaho, this is a very delicate situation. Even though we've identified the spy, we cannot kill him out in the open. We cannot try to catch him either, as the risk of him escaping is too great. I want you to go find Prospector and Ward at the North Sanctum and kill him. Do this in a quiet manner. We don't want word to spread that we allowed a spy in our city. Bring me his head as proof. Ironforge will learn not to meddle with the Sindurai.
Shorelaran.
Prospector Ward.
You got my
Ward.
attention.
What are you looking at, lass? Never seen a dwarf before then? You be best on your way if you don't want any trouble. I need a moment of your time, sir. Ah, you must be the last assigned to show me around the Eversong Woods. Take your sweet time getting here, did you? Well, very well. Off you go. Let's not waste one more minute. Why, yes, of course. I have something to show you right inside this building, Mr. Ward.
Watch your back.
Very well. Let's see what you have got to show me, Tashaho. What manner of trick is this, Tauren? If you seek to ambush me, I warn you, I will not go down quietly.
Glory to the Sindorai.
Did you take care of the intruder?
Remember the
So
sun
the
well.
deed is done. Excellent job. Word has been passed to the Ranger General, and believe me, the dwarves will pay dearly for their treason. You've been of great service to your people today, Tashaho.
The reckoning is at hand. We will have
I have another
justice.
task for you, Tashaho. Ranger Deladon was sent to Firebreeze Village to find out more about a wretched attack on a nearby shipyard. He was requested reinforcements which we cannot yet provide. Seek him out and grant him whatever aid you can. Firebreeze Village can be reached by following the road out of Falconwind Square all the way towards the south. Good luck, Tashaho.
Farewell.
Let me go ahead and turn in this quest here. That'll stop that, and then I'll head back up to here. Ranger Delanon.
Anubelore Delana.
We're too merciful with the wretched. We ought to drive a sword through each of them. Their boldness in Sunsail Arkham is unpardonable.
We will have
Thanks for coming,
justice.
Tashaho. Things are worse than we have anticipated. The wretched have taken over Sunsail Arkham in its entirety.
The reckoning is at hand.
We will persevere. We will have justice.
Should have gone there. Oh well. Or maybe I did do it. Huzzah. Or no. Okay, that was weird. The undead are approaching. Attack!
The dark times will
I should be able
pass.
to do this one and then head over to do the RP event. Alright, it's been a long day for cutting down the mindless scourge that endlessly parade down the Dead Scar. I hope you're here to lend a hand and not waste my time with idle chatter.
Remember the Sunwell.
The block swath of soil that cuts through Eversong Woods is a permanent reminder of the day Arthas led the scourge into our beloved city. This blemish is more than an eyesore, as even today it brings scourge from the Ghostlands to the Silvermoon. Go, Tashaho, and give my man a hand in dealing with the mindless undead that walk down the Dead Scar.
Salama Ashalanore. We will persevere. The reckoning is at hand.
We didn't anticipate the Scourge letting up on their attacks we don't anticipate the Scourge letting up on their attacks anytime soon, but we can still appreciate any help we get guarding the Scar.
We will have justice.
Oh, see about turning in this quest real quick. Got a few minutes. I would think I know which one this is. Instructor Ethanol.
The eternal sun guides
Students are a
us.
bit like sheep. They're useful and even likable when you guide and pay close attention to them. You leave them alone for a minute and they end up falling down a cliff or drowning in a shallow river.
Farewell.
And what calls for this interruption to my lecture, Shaman?
Shorelaran.
Do you say those two incompetent fools bribed you to lie to me? You've done very well in coming to me, Tashaho.
Remember the Sunwell.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this quest and then go in. I hope you learned a valuable lesson today, Tashaho. Never trust someone else to lie for you. Now I want you to go back to my two dim-witted students in the Bliss of Timlin using this wand. My magic tells me that you'll find them along the road to the west and another side of the Dead Scar. Come back to me after you've done this. I'll give you a small reward for your troubles.
Keep your wits about you.
What? Oh, not this again.
Victory lies ahead.
You can't do this to me. We had a deal.
Our enemies will fall.
Did you do what I asked of you, Tashaho?
We will have
Excellent job,
justice.
Tashaho. Don't worry, they're not stuck in that form permanently. Their apprenticeship, however, won't be restored until they've earned it back.
The reckoning is at hand.
Baladash Malinore. Salama Ashalinore.
Alright, let's go ahead and see what's going on with this RP event.
What do you seek?
Nope.
The reckoning is at hand.
Oh man. This looks serious. Okay, I'm getting a little excited now.
Hi.
Okay, got a few minutes. Let me use the restroom while we're waiting. Did I not get a title? What title? It's weird. What we got here? looks like we're starting. I messed that up. Greetings, member of the Horde. I know many of you likely had to sacrifice elsewhere in order for you to join us here tonight, and I thank you for your attendance. Please come join us inside so we will discuss how we move forward. Oh, this is so fun! Greetings, members of the Horde. Today we gather to discuss tumultuous events of the Shattering and how our people have been affected and spared during these cataclysmic changes. Defining the impacts and the future of Dawn for Your Accords, specifically in the new era we've come to face the ugly truth of. The Shattering, as we know, has altered our world, triggered by the return of Deathwing the Destroyer. The elemental planes were unleashed upon Azeroth, leading to widespread destruction and chaos. Entire landscapes were reshaped, and the casualties are immeasurable. Our once stable world has been torn asunder, which leads us to a new reality we must now navigate. We've just now done fighting in Northrend. Now the world is being torn apart. Thankfully, our homeland of Cataclysm was largely spared from the worst of the devastation. However, the ripple effects of the Shattering have still impacted us in several ways. shifting landscapes have altered border lines and created new areas of conflict, especially in Azura as the goblins and Kalandori scramble to secure resources and strategic location. We must remain vigilant and adapt our strategies to adjust for these new variables. The split in the Barrens has led to new conflicts between the Chandalo and the humans, as well as Lady Sunsong, further evidence to support your statement. Oh wait, no, that's not right. What was it? Let me just double check. Ashen Veil. Okay, nope, never mind. Even in times when faced with a greater foe, a threat to us all, we continue to scrabble over smaller things. While the physical destruction in Alcatraz was minimal, trade routes have been disrupted and markets have been thrown into disarray. Our economy must adapt to these changes, ensuring that our resources are wisely managed and our trade networks re-established. What did I do? Does that mean mount? Okay. Okay, yeah, you know. Good to know. Not only will this get Dawn Fury's practice back on its feet, but we may yet lead a hand and be a critical resource in rebuilding what has fallen from our own factions of the Horde. What can we do? We are spread thin. We do not have many rangers left. There would be much work to do to reserve the damage that's been already done to Azeroth. I'm sure several Jurodic and other environmental organizations have already begun work. I met them on the slopes of Mount Handrel. Their hands are full, battling the Twilight Hammer and the primal forces they command. Then we deploy the force of common hands, beginning reforestation projects and employing more resources. We have learned much with growing the Eversong after the destruction with the Scourge. With the application of enough magic, we can work wonders. Message Tricks Blight Flame, has there been any interruption where magic is concerned? Can I just slash remote? Okay, slash remote. Nice. Or slash E. Ethanol leads a turn to the side. There are, it's not a slight. Dragons are immensely powerful creatures. Their presence has an impact on all magics near them. Now multiply that by a dragon flight. Darnathanis looks towards the center. The armor-clad Incendiary regards all those gathered. Lady Sunsong, Matrix Lifetime may be able to attest, as can any druids or those aligned with the Guardians of Nature. Hyrule is not one just yet. Hydro. Not only is there a dragonflight to contest with, but the Lord of Flame as well. The Shattering has adjusted ley lines pretty much throughout Azeroth, but especially where the lands have been broken. Some of our spells have altered focus, forcing us to relearn our incantations in new ways to get approximately the same effect. I think everyone here has noticed that their powers have shifted since the defeat of the Lich King. In and little dramatically a crimson-haired rogue with a streak of white hair approaches from the shadows and steps into the circle, tossing 3 dark badgers on the ground. My scouts have news. As Sir Heartsinger says, the jewels are up to the eyes in flames on Mount Hydrol. They brought back Ragnaros. Tokens of the Twilight Hammer, found amongst the Earthen Ring, the Drakenclaw clan, and Grimace's my own scouts. Cultists are making moves into organized forces everywhere. Yes, the Twilight Hammer is using the elemental nodes to transfer the forces and materials throughout the mountain. They're a surprisingly capable foe for what we thought were a bunch of fools. somebody left. Oh. Splendid. Thank you for the information. Hopefully we avoid a witch hunt. We would like to get a report from you, and we'd like to hear more about your findings of the cultist later amongst the council. She extends a hand of glove. Have any of you have any of the rest of you witnessed items of concern in your travels? Speak up. The Sindarai do not suffer in silence. Telendrenda considers, then raises her hand. point was brought up earlier about an area commonly referred to as the Barrens. But we have a seemingly endless list of new factions aligning with us. I think caution should also be given to the local and regional conflicts that have arisen due to the changing landscape. Hello, me is here. Me made pig run fast. I've been speaking recently with some Orcish refugees arriving at Orgrimmar as of late. The Alliance is now on the move south of the Horde capital, arriving and taking land. This is one example of areas we should look into offer advice, support, even martial skills. Dwarves is easy to kick. I have a question. Speak freely. Varian has declared war on us due to our alliance with the Forsaken. What are we supposed to do about that? On one hand, obviously I don't want him to wipe us out, but he is not wrong about the atrocities that Sylvanas is committing. Let's not forget whom the Twilight Courts serve and the rumors coming from the Highlands. If that even is Sylvanas. Tentacles sprouting from the soils of Azeroth, swallowing Druid's whole. Well, that thing that used to be a ranger general is committing horrific atrocities. Are we just to let her get away with it? Define atrocity is not an atrocity that the humans forced the torrent out of their native homes, not to mention the safe patches that were granted through the Quilboar lands. How many were slaughtered? If I may, the plight that many people face here is more complex than the simple notion of life and death. Dark magic offends the spirits. What else is there to be said? In some instances, it is indeed wrong, but most times the Dark Entity offers a second lease at life. On life. We think the alliance need to be smashed. Don't matter how. Please elaborate, emissary from the Forsaken. How is it more complex? All of them smashed into the dirt. Not to mention, it is solely by Varrock magic that they are raised. Some simply raised from the grave, so I am told. If the War Chief wishes to use them as tools for the Horde, he should be willing to understand that sometimes it is necessary to replenish troop count. Worgen are mutts that should be eradicated, but I think the Dark Lady is barking up the wrong tree at the moment. Yes, many are still affected by death. My lady didn't discriminate between where we have come from in the past. Please go on. If I have to hear about how the spirits are offended, I would like to hear your side too. You deserve your life, or second chance at it. Orgren, the crazed man-wolf creatures that the Kalandor accidentally summoned. Me. Our focus should be on the cultists in Deathwing. Do you wish for me to continue, Lady Ophinia? A list of the treasures could be laid out in front of every race represented here. I wish to hear from our Forsaken in attendance. Very well. Loath I am to agree with the Death Knight. She speaks true. None of us are spared the blood of our hands from our race's histories. While the scourge have been diminished in number, it still not safeguard the populace from death. Lady Sylvanas gives those who have passed on a second lease on life. Warriors, craftsmen, even children. May I speak, Lady Athene? Oh. It's getting juicy now. I realize this respects the spirits, but this is a process we have gone through for many years, leaving the sacred rites of the rest of the Horde to do as they see fit. What do you have to say, spiritualist? On someone with their second lease on life, I heartily agree. Listen, I know Cinderai do not reserve the spirits. You revere. Oh, you don't revere the spirits. You revere the holy light. Yes. I revere the rights of individuals to exist without the pesterings of others' beliefs placed upon them. Are we still allowed to gossip about them? You won't be able to stop us from gossiping. Regardless, Bawen Sunny, an important Loa of the trolls, hates the undead. The light causes the undead pain, and the soul is denied the afterlife through undeath. Ethereal, the air you breathe is gossip. I do not expect any different from you. I am so relieved. All cosmic forces that deserve to be revered despise the undead. I do think we are off topic. As you speak with the cosmic forces? Yeah, actually, yes. Bah, who cares about the spares? We smash dragons, smash alliance, go home and feast. That is good plan. Then look at the woman next to you and tell her she has no right to exist. I do not speak for them. They speak for themselves, and they say that undeath is unholy. Aye, instead of pandering into some spirits you think takes offense at her presence, being here now is not the same as saying there should be no more. We can acknowledge the undead among and argue no more should come. Stop grandstanding. While I do not think that the undead deserve to be slain outright, I cannot abide by fighting for their sake while their leaders commit horrific atrocities. Then do not. You are a free person, I presume, and thus we continue with the summit. The Forsaken Art was causing my ley lines to writhe and tearing up the land, its Deathwing and the Twilight Hammer. Those are our true foes. Or we can announce that all the Forsaken have done in their fight against the Horde and come together to face a threat bigger than ourselves. Same answer, worded more kindly. I see a lot of faces I have not fought with, shoulder to shoulder in the cold. I fight with those friends again. And your new war chief has clean hands. I don't see anyone saying that Lich King should breed a new crop of Death Knights for their company. In light of these changes, the Dawnbreed Accord must formulate a comprehensive plan. One part will be strengthening alliances. We must strengthen our ties with other races within the Horde and seek out new partnerships to bolster our position. Cooperation and emotional support will be critical in these uncertain times. Developing new trade routes and diversifying our network activities will be essential. We should explore opportunities in regions less affected by the Shattering. I apologize if I offend anyone. I have been having a bad day over the year, so my temper is somewhat compromised. So have we all. Excuse us for coming from a frigid wasteland, fighting horses of the scourge, and then having to take on the new threat. A firm lesson to learn. Everything sucks, and then you die. The lesson there is to never die. However, the Forsaken show great grace in her words, far more than I would. And then you get ripped from rest by the Dark Lady. No dying, me say so. We make soulstone for the squishies. Death comes to us all, except for Kagoth. Kargath, ruler of souls, what do you think? If I may, I have word from the infirmaries that is deeply concerning. I like to see what the console has to say about it. Infinite in their knowledge. My apologies. My apologies. There's something I must attend to. I will provide a course. They are inconsolable, screaming long into the night about the end of days and endless despair. Madness. Do you think it a form of magical source, a psychological, or perhaps even a mix? Maybe a good head bonk? We believe it can be influenced by the Doomsday Cult. Proximity to the void energies and magics is likely to drive the weak-willed mad. In conclusion, it has been causing panic and unrest in every city. No one knows which neighbor will fall ill to its affliction. I compare at least a fluid intake that should calm the body and nerves, tranquilize it, if you will, until we can get to the root of the problem. Perhaps a longer duration away from the sources what's causing the madness may aid in their recovery. There is no secret for whom the Twilight cultists serve, or has no one served time in Celethist. Enemies about and enemies within, just another glorious day for the people of Azeroth. One problem at a time. Enough of this. Ophinia, is this our fight? That's the mindset of one strong woman right there. Everything is a problem. Solve one problem at a time. Eventually you run out of problems. Our fight is to aid the people of the Horde. Get everyone back on their feet. I love a good fight. Yeah, fight, smash.
For Duratar!
Where was the Horde when Kel'Thuz's fell? Where was the Horde when Arthur's carved the Dead Scar? Not here. We need to defend what we alone rebuilt. We pleaded with the Regent Lord to shut the Thessalian Pass and be done with it. What is this, the Declaration of Independence? That always thought the big bad dragon for burning ever saw to the ground. Yes, Quel'Thasos was abandoned in time of need, and the pain of that betrayal still bears our hearts like a fresh wound. But now, in the wake of the shattering and Deathwing's fiery resurgence, the world teeters on the brink of annihilation. Should we, the children of the Sunwall, sit and idly by and watch as Azeroth crumbles? Visit Danis to see the results of isolation. We have the isolation's path before. Where did it leave us? With our city smashed and our Sunwall corrupted. You just as easily forsake the Forsaken. So that is why they chose that name. Oops, so I got a turn. But the elves need to stay in the horde. You is small and squishy. We big and strong together. Not only did it take the might of the horde to reclaim the Sunwall, but we also had to call upon the aid of, well, the Draenei of all people. Void Slipper, your argument is drenched in the bitterness of the past. Do you really believe that holding onto grudges will protect Quel'Thasos? Do you think the fires of Deathwing's wrath will spare Silvermoon simply because we stayed neutral? Infighting, lovely. And are raised by the Dark Later. Pawns again, I guess. The horde shall fall. If the Sindori do not stand with us, so too will the Sindori. More Sindori blood. We need to pick our enemies and focus on them, fulfilling enemies that not currently aligned with us. if I may. The strength of the Blood Elves is not isolation, but in our resilience to our wisdom. The Dawn Fairy Accord stands for the United Azeroth, where the mistakes of the past do not dictate our future. If we do not aid the Horde now, we were standing alone against an enemy that is no single race can withstand. I hope you would not condemn our people to such a fate out of spite. Listen, we would have helped you with the Scourge if we weren't at sea while you were being invaded. By the time we learned of the fate of Sindore, it was already too late. So we fought in our homelands. We fought in the Outlands and Northrend. Lodiafinia, what would you like? My bow. I will hunt dragons and are this so-called cult. I think this Death Knight wants to be. Stand by, Malcolm. Yes, Donbrook. It would be a shame to have us all in one room again and not eventually leave fewer at least the inklings of a resolution. From what I have listened to, it would seem most are in favor of some sort of campaign on several different fronts. In any such campaign, reconnaissance is vital in order to lay out further actions. I would propose we compile findings such as the rogue's eventual reports and the questions of the infirmaries brought up. And a series of scouting missions and fact-finding tours, perhaps then we can provide the council with more information as to best how to best proceed. And smashing. Supply lines of support must be re-established before we can effectively deploy the strategy. Though we do raise a good point. Shadow Grief would progress. Do you think we'll be able to get any information from the mad infected? And smashing. Don't forget the smashing. Yeah, smashing. Smashing along the way. Perhaps a certain ranger could assist. Of course, milady. I have written detailed reports and will continue to add to them. My bow is yours. Agreed, but we need to know the status of various fronts in order to know how to effectively create those supply lines. I would appreciate copies to read over. If you are able to spare such reports, I would like to work with you on this endeavor. As you command, I would be honored to have your aid. We need to know where the enemy is in order to keep our lines of business elsewhere. We can do that. It truly will be all hands on deck. I'm a bit freelancing at the moment. I can offer scouting skills. I can set things alright. Maybe don't send me the hydral. I also have to have a look around. I'm used to being on the move. The Lord of the Black Dragon Wing is likely our most challenging foe. We should eliminate the distractions before focusing on him. I see Hydral and Centurion rests among us. Our Terran allies. Would it be beneficial for us to send aid to anyone who have any amount of Druidic or shamanic abilities? We will need to restore the balance of nature, collaboration with environmental organs. I have been to the Barrens. It looks like I need to update my maps.
How kind of you.
There is a dreadlord who has resurfaced. He is known as Vengar. I also slew him back in Outland, but he managed to escape. Be warned, he seems to be enjoy disguising himself as others. What? Is that okay. Right. Practice your special handshakes with your best friends. Well, the Scarlet Crusade has restricted with him twice. It is, but him especially. He can't get enough of it. Grave news. I agree that Hydro makes the most sense. The Green Dragonfly has been allies in the spirit world. Their foes are Ragnaros and the Twilight Hammer. Very beautiful foes. We can get much renown from the Tauren and even the Surturns to help there. Renown we can use to further our needs elsewhere. As for the lands, we can invest time into magical research to further understanding the new dynamics of elements and energies as a priority. Innovation means we stay at the cutting edge and just as much as a threat, if not deadlier, than we were before. Well, if you need assistance with the Dreadlord, we can track down the Faceless. I will lend my abilities. I always delight in the defeat of demons. They tend to think themselves the strongest practitioners of felt magic. What? We all have our pleasures in this meek of life. We live. Some of us twice. Thank you. Any aid against this foe will be greatly appreciated. He has slain many good orcs, trolls, and tauren. The circle will provide what assistance it can. Do I have ring rep? Thank you. Where's... While the Shattering has brought unprecedented challenges, it also presents opportunities for growth and renewal. As a people who have endured great trials before, we will rise to meet these challenges with resilience and determination. Together we will forge a prosperous future for the Dawnfire Accord and all of Kel'Thuzad. and I shall do my best to aid your people. Well spoke, well said. We will continue to aid your people, Frostwolf. And so shall the Forsaken. I thank you for your dedication and contributions. Let us now open the floor to any questions and further discussions. Seems we're doing this then. It's good that we do this, otherwise Korath gets bored and we have to replace all the furniture. No questions, but I will bring whatever evidence and intelligence I come across to the attention of the Dawn Fury Kurd. This has been the least unproductive form I've intended. Perhaps all the forms you attend are would you coward. Let's see, I was wondering. Fury record seems to align with my goals to help.
Taboo!
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. What? The other ogre. You? Will you join the Accord? Smash things? The other. Me will. Adieu, Dor Delana. Touche.
For Duratar!
I don't think that will. For the Dawn Fury, for the Horde. Loktar Ogar. Will you stand shoulder to shoulder with not only us, but our Forsaken members? Brilladore, the lot of you. Sweet. I will. Say it with your chest, man. Try it again. Oh, okay. Me smash anyone who try to hurt the Elfies or the pretty Elfie city. Where is your softwood pride? Actually, I want to make a macro about for the Horde for Azeroth. Blessed Ancestors, this looks close. You always have a place here. Thank you, truly. If I down the calendar, I will haunt you, Ophinia. When you die. Oops, did I say that out loud? Let us know what you'd like your final rest to be. You won't die in my watch. Actually, I want to make more macro. Finally, he can speak with pride and honor. I will head to Ogremar to set up base of operations. We will see if our new wartrip has an available building. We should prepare the troops. The Dawn for your Accord marches to war, not just for the Horde, but the future of all Azeroth. But mostly the Horde, right? Sure, Kaka. Sure. I march for the ogre. I went stupid. I mean the Death Knight. Just make sure you're behind the ogre. What's that being said? I think I made a friend. The things I would prefer to be upwind. Or maybe lit on the side. Ogre gas and all. Have we further business here? We will be in touch with our next move. Everyone submits. If anyone needs anything, I shall linger. Otherwise, the summit is concluded. Feel free to stay and mingle. Oh, boo. Go in power, my friends. And always remember the Somewell.
You are too kind. Goodbye.
Okay, that was a little longer than I expected. However, that was incredible. I've never been part of something like that, and I look forward to running something like that again with this group. I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the night. See when we're feeling tomorrow.
Ogra!
But as always, thank you to whoever watched, and for the Horde, for Azeroth.